Africa, so we're like eating this horrible, and you know I can stand it.
That's
so.
where Iron Stomach Challenges
Exactly.
started.
Right.
So the other
Just
moment
screwing with Morgan.
in that same time period was Bill. I know the chat's gonna react to this, but Bill grew up without TV. I didn't let there be TV in the house until he was 10 or 11. They wouldn't let me get a video game system either. Yeah, and I didn't let him play video games, and I didn't let him have any of that stuff.
Till I won one.
And then he went to this Boys and Girls Club, and he was he won some stupid leadership award, if you can believe that.
Yeah.
And the gift was a Nintendo.
Super Nintendo.
A Super Nintendo.
With Donkey Kong.
Which I couldn't really keep away from him because he'd won it. I was so pissed because I had tried so hard to keep him from the bad influences. So then, this is probably within that same week, Morgan comes to my house again, and he comes and he says, "Hi, Bill's mom." He said, "I want to let you know that I let Bill watch The Simpsons at my house. But don't worry, I explained to him that it was all fake."
Because I told him she wouldn't even let me watch The Simpsons. But I would do it anyway, but... yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty funny too.
Yeah.
What's my relationship to Morgan? Well, Morgan's like the son I never had.
Or wanted to in the original.
I think I've kind of adopted Morgan, you know, so I'm kind of stuck with him, I think. He has been to Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving dinner. Right. He's embarrassed all of my family members.
That was good.
Profoundly.
I told him to be on his best behavior.
That was
pretty close.
I have not allowed him to meet my granddaughter yet because she is not able to hear his non-PG status, so she's got to wait quite a few years, I think. And even then, I'm not so sure. Because she's a pretty girl. Morgan has some bad habits.
Oh, we only need, what is it, 37,000 for James to play for an extra 3 hours?
Hey, when did 281,000 happen?
Yeah.
No.
Morgan has anything but worse behavior? Oh, yeah. I think Graham said quite appropriately yesterday that Morgan should come with a parent advisory warning.
Hey, Bill trained Morgan
Yeah.
to be evil.
That's right.
Bill trained him.
Okay, it's I have a
And
theory.
Ashley would know.
I
It's
Ash
my
would
fault.
know.
theory that it's a defense mechanism. Because if you recall,
Partly my fault.
his brain is wired against Bill. And I know this because there was a year that Jer worked at a novelty store in one of the malls here. And they sell those freaking pens that when you click them, they zap you.
I worked at that
I
store.
love those things.
Yeah.
And Jer got just about every single one of us with that pen every time we would come in to visit him. He'd be like, "I can't get this pen to work," and he would pass it off to us.
Beautiful.
We'd be like, son of a bus.
Yeah.
And the year, 1 year, me, Bill, and Morgan went into the store, and he handed it to Morgan first. And Morgan clicked it, and instead of reacting, his brain clicked to, "How can I screw over Bill with this?"
Yes, exactly.
And so Morgan stood there and clicked it about 20 times, taking the charge each time, saying, "I can't get this pen to work either," and then handed it to Bill with a completely straight face, and Bill clicked it and went, "Ah!"
That's right.
And it was the best moment of our lives.
Yeah, he was
But
pretty freaking happy.
that's your fault, though, because he had to, like, change it the way he thought about everything in defense to you.
Yeah.
You
I
remember
know,
that,
something like
Jared,
that, sure.
Yeah, oh yeah, I was gonna say. Ian, how's it going?
Do you remember the game that I got you guys? That had
Yeah.
the 4
Yes,
folders?
there's a rare video with it in it, the Mystery Can Showdown.
Oh, that game came from me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, we know.
All right,
Yeah.
so he's on the line and set to go.
All online. We're just waiting to confirm.
Okay, so if you've liked any of these stories we've been told, please
Donate.
Please donate.
I'm not sure.
And either mark it with which you want.
Lone Bard, I don't think Bill entirely influenced Morgan's outcome.
Whoa.
Partly, for sure.
Sorry.
He was a large part.
Yeah.
Bill is currently like still ahead of Morgan's ship.
Yeah.
On the grass.
I figured.
Let me see.
Here we go.
No.
Can you pass me
This
your-
is Morgan. This is Bill. He's still ahead.
You need creepy doll?
Yeah, I need carrot.
And we have another auction coming up, which should be quite sizable, so Bill's gonna get another auction.
You had a habit of taking people under my wing and corrupting them, as I would say.
Creepy doll now comes equipped with dog.
Oh no! So much DNA on the creepy doll.
I
So
personally
much
think
DNA.
Morgan is a lot more awesome because
Oh.
of me.
Less crosstalk.
But yeah, coming or what?
Hello, Jeremiah.
Hey, what's up?
Hey Jeremiah,
How's it going?
we're doing well. How are you doing?
Good, good.
Sweet. Yeah. Welcome to Desert Bus. Do you have us? Can you see us?
Yes. Well, I can't see you on Skype, but yeah, I'm doing video chat. So I see you on the website.
Sweet.
I see myself. There you go.
Okay.
So how's it going? How's your evening going?
Good, good. We're just got off of work. Everybody's now done for the weekend, so for the long weekend. So that's cool. So everybody in the office is kind of, it's like more of a relaxing day, I guess, today, since like half the people already took vacation and stuff. And we give off tomorrow and the next day, so long weekend. It'll be fun. Lots of Skyrim I'm looking forward to.
Nice.
I know.
Yeah.
You
Basically,
and everyone else.
everyone we've talked to that's in any way connected to the game industry is basically playing Skyrim right now, 24/7.
Damn
It's
right.
awesome. It's really good.
Well, you of course know what we're doing. We've talked, we've chatted about this escapade before.
Yeah. For sure, no. What you guys are doing is just awesome. It's just what's so cool is that like how it you know what Jerry and Mike wanted to do and how it just became viral and you know how you guys have done so much from that. Like it's all incredible. It's super incredible.
It's really incredible to us actually how much of a thing just even the proliferation of game marathons has become. It's just fantastic.
We started.
That's true.
But yeah,
We did.
so yeah, you actually met up with us originally at the first Child's Play charity dinner we went to, and you approached me and were like, "Hey, we think Desert Bus is really cool." We were watching it in the office, which I thought was super awesome too, because we realize now that we're actually getting a lot of people watching Desert Bus and busting along with us. But at the time, we were like, "Oh, we're just doing this thing. We're in this little corner of the internet." So
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. No, it's super cool. How do you guys like take off all this time though? That's my biggest question. Like it's every year
Yeah.
it's like more and more, right? So
It does seem to be.
The nature of the beast is that it is sort of self-policing because we charge it like it's a compound interest game, right? So we charge $1 for the first hour and 7% more each additional hour. And like what they teach you in high school about credit cards, it does start to add up quite quickly. So yeah, we're getting to the point now where additional hours are costing like 20 grand each.
yeah.
So we basically at this point, everyone this year took a week off, and we're like, that should be fine. We'll have some extra time at the end. It'll be all good. We're not going to have much extra time
Save
at
your
the
vacation
end.
days.
It's basically what it comes down to this year because
Okay.
we are.
And you guys are killing it already this year, right? You're already way past what you did
Yeah.
last year, right?
we are
Yeah.
significantly past last year.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
It's
so
amazing.
cool.
It's not.
We I don't know if you saw. We just had an auction for a sheet of foil Magic the Gathering rares and mythic rares, which the winning bidder paid $10,000 for. The winning bidder being
Wow.
Notch.
Yeah.
Was who?
Notch?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
So
yeah,
that,
Notch he's a really good guy. That's great. Wow. Is that your biggest bid?
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that is our biggest auction ever.
Yeah. Wow.
So
Yeah.
That's awesome.
yeah, kicking it up 5-digit style.
That's really great. It's
So-
so awesome how like the industry supports you guys too. Like,
I know.
it's like-
It's great.
it just makes sense, right? It's like it's for charity, it's for the kids, and it's like it's all good. There's nothing bad. It's all gravy, right? It's
Right.
awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Like and one of the things we like to note too is that everything that we collect goes right to the kids, right?
Yeah.
Like we have no overhead involved because, as you say, we all just take our time off work and do this as much as we can. So and it feels really good for us because it's like inviting the internet over to your house for a party, which is
Yeah. Good.
That's super awesome. You guys gotta do something with that green screen in the background next year, though.
Next year.
we actually have been occasionally. I don't know if you want to see Ian if you can get something up there.
Yeah, I could light it right though.
Can you what?
It's something with a green screen.
No, we can do that.
We have been.
What?
Ian figured it out. He cracked the code.
That was Alex who cracked
Anyway.
it. It's
Okay.
okay. To remember it.
Yeah.
I have. There's a bunch of people on our blog who actually have posted questions for you. Would you mind if
Okay.
if we asked you a couple of questions?
Yeah, sure.
So one person asks, how many people and how long does it take to get all the items into a Scribblenauts game?
Well, for the first one, we had 6 people. We called them wordsmiths, and that was their entire job for like 10 months. And all they did is just scoured Wikipedia, dictionaries, encyclopedias, like literally everything possible, and just finding words. And then we had designers on top of that who took the wordsmiths' work and put it into the actual game. And so we have this whole hierarchy system, right? Where so we basically say, okay, all mammals are alive, right? And then we went to like all large mammals, weigh about this much, and then we went to all, elephants, have this property. So it kind of went down and down and down. So that way we could actually manage the tech, because obviously, inputting everything like this thing can burn and this thing can burn and stuff like that, that would take forever. It'd be impossible. So instead we said like, okay, all things that are wood burn, right? So then therefore we know that anything that is made of wood will burn, so we don't have to like add that property to every single thing.
Yeah, I know, and I mean obviously it gets more complicated. I know I played Scribblenauts a little bit on the DS, and then I picked up the iOS version. I've been playing it on my iPad recently, which is super great. And of course, you guys have got the adjectives there from Super Scribblenauts, and that I guess adds a whole nother layer of complexity.
Yeah, no, I mean the adjectives it's something we actually wanted to do in the first one, but we just didn't have time. We did the game in about a year, and so the second one we're just like, it was the most obvious and duh thing, and it's so much better that way because. With the adjective system, you can write. One of my favorite examples I always do is pregnant zombie tree, right? So you get a tree, and then you write zombie, and you make it pregnant, and then it gives birth to a little baby tree that's a zombie, and then it comes after and attacks you. It's like
that's pretty sweet.
Stuff like that is just awesome.
That's awesome. Were there any words that the team had like a vested interest in getting into the game, which might not have been otherwise there? The example that the question asker gives is Cthulhu.
Yeah. No, I mean, we really tried to get everything we possibly could, right? Like, that was really important to get everything that exists or could exist that isn't copyrighted, obviously. And luckily, Cthulhu, it's been so long since the whole J.P. Lovecraft stuff came out that we could use Cthulhu because it's public domain. But it was funny, the very last word that we actually put in the original Scribblenauts was lowrider car. And I remember we were literally going to ship the game, like send it out the release candidate to Nintendo, like for them to actually like approve and start pressing and manufacturing it. And I was like, wait. And for some reason that came in my head. I'm like, wait, do we have lowrider cars in this? And we typed in no. So we had our artists like really quick like make this lowrider car, and we had our programmers within like 30 minutes had it and actually started bouncing like a lowrider car. Maxwell got in it and stuff, and so that was the last object I got in the game for the first one.
Are you?
I mean, it's so random, right? So it's like, but we just like we promised everybody that we could do anything. Yeah. So that's what we want to do.
Are you seeing the wall behind us? Oh, yeah, I see you switch the view away.
Ooh, yep. No, you have to be watching the actual view to see this. But...
There we go.
There you go.
Or if you just want the creepy view of
Jeremiah's face.
Oh wow, we should set that up next
nice.
year and have our guest calls superimposed on the wall behind us, because that wouldn't be creepy at all.
Like this Zordon.
His Zordon, that's right.
Cool team of teenagers with attitude.
Don't let him
So,
stay here.
like, you guys are a relatively small company based
Why,
in
what?
Washington State, right? Like, how many folks are down there right now?
How many folks do you think we have? How many people do you think we have in our company? What would you guess if you were to guess?
Now I'm gonna guess it's
3.
lower than I thought it might have been.
3?
55.
Yeah, I was gonna say 35.
We have 70 right now.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so a lot of people, it's super funny because everybody thinks because we do DS and really, really small. And yes, the Scribblenauts, a couple of years ago, we were like 30 people. It took about 30 people to make Scribblenauts, but now we have, we're doing a big project Hybrid, which is like this big XBLA shooter, and we got some side projects we're doing. We're actually going to launch a new iOS game next year, next year, really early next year. So, we have a bunch of projects in the works. It's really fun.
That's super awesome. We've got a question here about like the possibilities of doing a game like Scribblenauts in 3D or drawn to life in 3D.
Maybe someday. That's a lot of work.
Yeah,
that's a lot of work. The reason why it's 2D is because it's way easier to draw one asset, and just have some artist just draw it, and then I mean, 3D is a whole other beast. As we're learning, because with Hybrid, that's our first, as a company, is our first 3D game, and there's a lot of work, especially on the the high end, the AAA, the the big console stuff. Like that's